But this narrative leaves out one of the most powerful, sophisticated, and influential dynasties in Indian history, an empire that didn't just master the land, but conquered the sea. This is the story of a forgotten superpower from the south, an empire whose ambition wasn't confined to the borders of India, but stretched across the ocean to the shores of Southeast Asia. They were master builders who created granite temples so advanced they defy modern explanation. They were brilliant administrators who built a wealthy, stable state that lasted for centuries. And they were naval pioneers who built the first great blue water navy in Indian history, making the Bay of Bengal what many historians called a Chola lake. This is the story of the Chola Empire. Our story begins in the fertile plains of the Kaveri River Delta in modern-day Tamil Nadu. The Cholas had existed in some form for centuries, but for a long time they were a minor power, overshadowed by their rivals. But in the late 9th century, they began a steady, inexorable rise. By the 10th century, under a series of capable rulers, they had consolidated their power, setting the stage for their golden age. That age would be ushered in by one of the greatest emperors in Indian history, Rajaraja Chola I. Crowned in the year 985, Rajaraja was a military genius and a visionary nation-builder. He inherited a kingdom, but he was determined to leave behind an empire. He led a series of brilliant military campaigns, conquering the kingdoms of southern India, including the Cheras and the Pandyas, and extending his influence all the way to Sri Lanka. But Rajaraja understood that true power wasn't just about military conquest. It was about creating a stable, prosperous, and unified state. He implemented a massive land survey, reorganized his administration, and fostered a golden age of art, religion, and literature. And like all great emperors, he knew he needed to make a statement, a symbol of his power and devotion that would stand for all time. He would build a temple so grand, so ambitious, it would be a wonder of the world. In his capital of Thanjavur, he commissioned the construction of the Rajarajeshwaram Temple, known today as the Brihadiswarar Temple. This was not just a building, it was a declaration in granite. The entire temple is built from this incredibly hard stone, yet there are no granite quarries within 100 kilometers of the site. Historians are still debating how its builders transported an estimated 130,000 tons of granite across the plains. The temple's main tower, the Vimana, rises 66 meters high, the height of a modern 20-story building. It is topped by a single, monolithic capstone that weighs an astonishing 80 tons. How did they lift an 80-ton block of solid stone to that height over 1,000 years ago?